I was thinking of doing this video as my 100k special just to talk about my channel and me and whatnot and just stuff that's going on inside my head, but I figured for a milestone that huge that all of you helped me get to, you deserve something a lot better than me rambling on. That and this Kaneko kitten really pushed me to open up a bit about myself as well. I'm tired. Sure, we all get tired. It's why we sleep at night, but not that kind of tired. I am emotionally tired. I love doing what I do, but lately it just feels like it's been making me feel bad. Even now, I just woke up and made myself some black coffee just to try and snap myself out of whatever I'm feeling today. It's really bitter. Oh, it's good though. Let me kind of go back for a minute. Side note, this may get a bit personal. So this all started about 4.5 years ago with my first video that I actually put work into. It started as a way for me to have some fun, to replay some fun moments that I had with some friends, and to just really kind of experiment with new stuff. Over time of making these videos, I started making more videos on Apocalypse Rising 1, one of my favorite childhood games, and they would get like 100 views in a single week, and that was huge for me because I hadn't even had 100 subscribers at that point. And I started to think that maybe I could actually make videos pretty well, with what I had at the time at the very least. Fast forward a few years, about 1 or 2 years, I started going hardcore on my videos. I put school off, I stopped talking with friends, I was getting really unhealthy. I wouldn't go to bed until 6 a.m., I wouldn't wake up till 2 p.m., and then I would just work on another generic video. The worst part is I wasn't making a penny. No donations, no support, no YouTube monetization, nothing. I let myself fall apart for this idea of making videos that got no money. And one day it just kind of all hit me how bad the situation that I had put myself in really was. I took a huge break, tried to reconnect with some old friends, started kind of paying attention to my schoolwork again, and I really took a step back. After some time, I thought that I'd get back into it. I got my channel monetized. I started making a few bucks a month. Not much, but it was a start. But as a result of the pandemic, I had to move, and with no money, I had to sell almost everything that I used to make videos with. 5 or so months pass, and I have enough money to save to buy a gaming PC, and I started doing videos once again. After about a month or two, I realized that just to pay for my PC, I'd have to do videos nonstop for about 9 months, and that really hurt, considering how much time and effort I was beginning to put into my videos once again, but I didn't lose hope. Then one day I uploaded this video. I remember it got 10,000 views by the evening, and I streamed that night even, and it had around 200 viewers, whenever my typical viewer count was between 20 and 30. I still remember the chats in my friends' Discord about how it was finally happening after all this time. We just kept saying over and over to each other, it's happening, and it was a pretty good feeling. Fast forward to about 50k subs, I wanted to make a change in content. I bought Call of Duty Vanguard, I pre-ordered Battlefield 2042, and I made a video all about how I wanted to make these changes. However, obviously this didn't happen. I was too scared of losing views, and in turn I'd be losing money that would allow me to not pay for family medical bills, food, or to help with rent, which is kind of a big thing whenever you're talking about, you know, making videos and keeping a roof over your head. Fast forward about another 50k subs, and here we are now. I'm making enough money to help with family medical bills, pay for our rent, food, and I'm living okay. I'm not by any means a millionaire, you know, I don't have enough money to buy my own house, but I'm okay. But I'm feeling kind of in a huge slump again. Making videos has become such a passion for me over the last almost 5 years now, but it wasn't until a year ago that it actually made sense for me to do it. And it's great. I really love what I do, but it can be very stressful at times. I know there's going to be people who think, what could be stressful? You wake up at a reasonable time, record, edit for a few hours, and you have a video. There's a lot more than that to it though, for me personally. I keep myself awake a lot, just trying to distract myself from just life stuff that I don't really want to get into today. I'll be playing video games with friends and stuff, and then after everybody goes to bed, I lay in bed very, very late at night, just thinking of ideas and pondering what I could do to really make changes. Things like being able to really stand out and be unique. And though I somewhat do that with my personality to a good degree, and I have a lot of people who comment that I'm their favorite YouTuber or that I'm really funny, stuff like that, and I really do appreciate it. But I feel like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I want more. I feel like I've been losing my creativity and my humor over time, and I think that's from how similar my videos are beginning to feel for me personally. Even though I can do unique videos and edits and ideas, it just sometimes kind of all blurs together, and it makes me feel like I don't really stand out as much as I feel like I want to. Like I'm just another copy-paste channel that I could just be washed away from in time. The amount of dead channels that I've been seeing lately, like old Call of Duty channels or Minecraft channels that have hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of subscribers, and they get no more views than I do. It just makes me feel like I'm in an ocean with no raft, no boats around, and I'm all alone. It's a feeling that I can't really describe, but believe it or not, I do put a lot of work into my videos, from using expensive headphones to EQ my audio just right, which most people won't ever notice because they're just going to be watching on their phone or their laptop speakers. I try to color correct videos with a fancy IPS panel that I bought, but nobody's going to notice that because they're watching on their phone or their laptop. I tweak clips to be just right, make sure that there's no clipping or random effects that are accidentally set wrong. I watch over my videos several times to make sure everything's good. Of course, I'm human, sometimes mistakes slip through the cracks, but all this stuff takes time. These little details that nobody's gonna notice in a one-off video as an upload of many in a single week. I do this because I really do care about what I make. Anybody can upload random clips of themselves getting a collat or making a Fortnite shotgun or whatever in Phantom Forces, but I don't really have it in me to do that. Does that make me better than other people or superior? No, not by any means. People can do whatever they want with their content, just as I do. And as long as they're not hurting anybody or bullying anybody, as long as they're happy with what they make, that's at their own discretion. I'm literally just a guy who likes to make videos. And because of you, the viewer, I've been afforded the opportunity to take that passion of mine and to get myself out of what was really a bad situation for myself. And I'm very, very thankful for this. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you where I'm going with this. Something about wanting to make a change in my content, something like that. And I know a lot of people are going to comment about how they don't care what I make, that they appreciate me for who I am, and they'll watch whatever. But whenever I do work super hard on a video or do something that I'm really proud of, especially the Halloween video, which I spent a month on a video software that likes to crash a lot, and doing research on different editing techniques and trying something completely new, it flopped really hard. And the algorithm was not too happy with it. It's like, why should I change things up, you know? Then I'm back in the loop of feeling like I'm not at my full potential with what I'm able to do, and then I try really hard again, and then it flops, and this happens over and over and over again. Then comes the daily uploads. Uploading frequently in itself isn't really that bad, but trying to make every video its own thing where people can watch it weeks or months in the future and it doesn't feel like it's frankly a shit post, it can be a really hard and stressful thing to get things accurate in videos and to make sure that you're not misinforming people, which on occasion I've done, and people correct me about how like I'm wrong about stats, or like, you know, if I pick for instance, like a gun or something and I'm like, oh, this is like the best stats wise, they're like, oh no, there's a million more just better than this. And it's kind of a lot of pressure to think like, how can I make someone laugh or enjoy this in 6 months time just like they do now? Don't get me wrong, I love what I do more than anything, and to be afforded, like I said before, the opportunity to turn a passion into a job, even though at the moment it's not making me rich, I still really enjoy it. Though I will say the other day doing that news Roblox video, it didn't take us super long to make, but I really had fun with that. I had to do research, I had to watch videos, I had to try and give news in a short and straightforward manner, and in a way that people would like it, and people did seem to like it, and it did okay. But then came the feeling of, was I doing good enough? I have no intention of quitting YouTube, and I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this. It's just kind of a lot of thoughts that I have in mind and stuff that I just want to get off my chest. And there is a lot more that I just don't know if now is the right time to talk about it. Just things about myself and about my life and family and stuff, and I don't know. Another kind of fun fact that you might actually not know about me is that I keep my life and YouTube life completely separated. I don't talk about YouTube with people in person unless it's people that I'm close with that know that I do YouTube. I'm a very happy and bubbly person in real life too, most of the time at least, but sometimes it can seep through into videos whenever I'm kind of feeling down or whatever. It's kind of funny because like whenever people ask in person what I do, I tell them that I'm a contractor who edits videos for Google, which technically it's not wrong. It makes me sound more professional than I make Roblox YouTube videos. I say all this not because I want pity or because I want people to feel bad for me or anything like that. I am very fortunate in a lot of ways. I have this YouTube channel that's afforded me many opportunities. I'm healthy. I have a relatively positive outlook on everything, but sometimes you get kind of overwhelmed by your emotions, and it just helps to kind of talk about it a little bit and to hear people's thoughts on, I guess in this case, like my YouTube channel. And who better people to get their opinion from than the people who watch you all the time, especially those of you who stuck to the end, which I appreciate you listening to my nonsensical ramblings this whole time. I'm okay. I am, but just like everybody, I get sad sometimes, and that's okay. If there's anything for you to take away from this video, for one, if you want to get into YouTube videos, I would say it's a great thing. Oh my god, there's a guy ripping down my street. Okay. If you do want to get into YouTube videos, I think it's a great hobby. I think it's really, really fun, especially if you can actually make it work out for you. And also, don't let occasional hiccups kind of get in the way of your end goal. I guess for my case, maybe I did kind of take it a bit far with cutting people out of my life and putting aside everything whenever I was getting nothing. And I'm not going to suggest that you do the same, but there's no reason not to strive for things that you're passionate about. But subscribe if you're new, and here's a funny bonus clip to lighten the mood.
My bicycle.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh.
Good thing you brought your bicycle.
West past Sandy Shores to the Lost's camp at
What are you doing? All right, Jamie, if that's true, then tell me, when did Osceola die and how did he die?
Who?
He's not real and you're gay.
It's beautiful.
I bet you never.
Oh! I almost cut all of you in half. Oh my god, dude.